Welcome to Jamaica Dancehall Source News and Entertainment with a Buzz. You and I know that Jamaica is the epicenter of madness and mayhem on the road, especially during the festive season, any sorts of holiday, and this holiday stayed true to form. Based on a multi-vehicle crash that was on the highway 2000, people take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
Man caused big accident on the highway and run, gone, cross the bush over there. So, you can't go send a John shop. Look how much vehicle the man mash up. Eh? The man mash up over 10 vehicles. And run, gone. Nothing can move, you say, no? Nothing can move.
Because it's a very hard. Yeah, man, the whiplash and everything, man. Come on, it just spin me. Because when the driver phone me and say, oh, that chain like that. Alright, nice man,
Why for the me alone, I gone a long time now. My cousin there, oh, John. What the way about? Oh, see me. Come in. Ah, we can't live off of that scene now. We finally pass. Brothers, Kurt.
Run gun, of course. It's right, this boat is right the fuck out. Come on, I don't think
Why, this is the biggest accident never see on the toll. No, sir.
But this is what I see him at the post. At the post.
No, sir. And me can't, you have to see me can't even turn back. This look like a black up. This not have no move. Everything black on the toll.
One to the top man and while them stop and say, come
not a black.
Single lane come down one thing you know it that word. Anyway, get up here.
Until we can tell you. I balance up on the traffic, bro. I come out of Kingston. Body I got country. But,
Now, people, like I've always said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. When it comes to these videos, it explains everything in intricate details, like you see, a man driving what we call a trailer or a truck, a commercial vehicle. Don't know if he did not notice that he was headed towards the toll, and common sense should have told him that, listen, whenever you are approaching the toll, there might be a line of traffic persons wanting to pay. So therefore, proceed with caution, step on your brake and proceed slowly. However, these knuckleheads in Jamaica, it seems as if you have to beat them head, literally. And what is even worse, after I mash up all of these people, vehicle, inconvenience them, cause them money, cause them time, take them away for their family for an extended period, he then jumped from his vehicle, took away himself, did not want to be held responsible, and even worse, he did not want to get that Tarzan and Jane justice that he might have justifiably deserved. So the moral of the story is this: not only are the people stupid, they are impatient. They don't want to take responsibility. They always want to commit all sorts of crime that could have easily been avoided, and then them take for themselves, even after they might have taken away a couple of innocent persons. prematurely. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that Jamaica has become a very dangerous place in all aspects of life. Whether it is relationship, man and woman, woman and man, woman pan woman, man pan man. Whether it is a friendship that turn DEADLY, friends turn enemy turns friend killer. Whether it is on your professional relationship, meaning that if you're a supervisor, if you have any sorts of managerial posts, you have to be very careful with how that relationship ends because your life can also end. In this case, I am speaking about a supervisor that works for Marksman Security. She works at the Spanish Town Health Center. She has a couple of workers under her. Some of those workers, or one specific worker, was dragging his or her foot. Based on the information, it is said that this lady made a report to the upper hierarchy of marksman, and that person got 5 days suspension. When she was getting that suspension, that person was getting that suspension, they made some threats against this person's life. This supervisor did not take heed. They did not take them very serious because they must say, I just Jamaica, this people them dark and full sometimes. However, the next day that she was going to work, on her way to work, she was attacked by a group of people. Pretty much them juk her up and almost CHOPPD off half of her head. Luckily, she made it, but she was severely damaged. Take it to the hospital. She is presently in the hospital. Now, people, like me say, we saw the same thing happen as it pertains to that supervisor at Fostridge that was blazed up. When he was leaving work, some people on bike, wheel and pop off, blaze him up a couple of times. He was taken to the hospital. Don't know if he made it or not. We've seen several instances in which people, just in a relationship with people, whether it is social, whether it is man or woman, whether it is friends turn enemy. And because that relationship ended sour or bitter, it also had a very bitter ending. In cases where the persons were not severely injured, meaning by the knife, by the gun, they are actually taken out. So people, I just assure you, Jamaicans think that the way to deal with everything, to be the mediator, it is always through violence. And if and when you hold any sorts of supervisory or management position, you have to be very careful with how you let go people. Like them say, whenever your hand is in the lion mouth, be very careful whenever you take it out. And Jamaica is like the lion's mouth. We are speaking about a jungle-like setting. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the reprisal as it pertains to ROCKFORT is on and popping. And based on the information out there, word on the street, it is said that at about 11 something, almost midday today, which would be Boxing Day, 26th of December, the day after Christmas, a young man known as TYREEK was walking along Old Hope Road that is in Swallowfield. Based on the information, it is said that police and soldiers were corralling the place. There was a grey Mark X driving behind those police and soldier. As soon as the police and soldier were out of sight in their vehicle, that Mark X then made a U-turn, roll upon TYREEK, which was walking with his daughter that is under 5-year-old, run him down and GUN him down. Based on the information, it is said that he was cornered up multiple times in the upper body, probably the neck. He was rushed to the hospital. He was not DEAD on the spot. Don't know his condition as we speak. Right in front of his little girl. It is said that he ran from Old Hope Road, Swallowfield, ran into Bundy Lane. So the people must say, then hold on a minute, this youth TYREEK is not involved in anything, but people, like the saying goes in the gangster world, if you roll with the enemy and you live in the same area as the enemy, you are going to be a target. It is said that this is some reprisal as it pertains to ROCKFORT. Based on the recent shooting in ROCKFORT, it is said that the ROCKFORT people are surmising that people in ROCKFORT, friend killer, recruit some people from Swallowfield, Bundy Lane to be specific. So this is a reprisal and anybody can get it. So therefore, if you live in a Swallowfield or the adjoining lanes close to Bundy Lane or any one of those lanes, be lookout for the reprisal because it is on and popping. Likewise, if you live at ROCKFORT, expect the same thing. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if whenever the death warrant is signed for you, whenever you are a wanted person of interest, done extortionist, and the police go for you in a special operation, there's only one way to get out of it is to actually take for yourself. Because more than likely, the police is going to take you out. You are going to lose your life in controversial form. The same can be said for a man that is wanted, 24-year-old Tevin Forbes in a Yalas. Yalas is in St. Thomas. Police went to the premises, did not see him. There was an abandoned building close to where he lives. Police hear all sorts of shuffling. Police going there with them big tall-up gun. Saw Mr. Forbes. Mr. Forbes then grabbed onto the M16 of one of the officers based on what the officer said. It is said that there was a tussle between police and Mr. Tevin Forbes. The next police that was on the scene realized what was happening. He then wheel and pop off and led Mr. Forbes a couple in the chest. He was taken to the hospital, Turk-Rush. However, too late was the call. Moral of the story is this. It seems as if the agenda, it seems as if the protocols have changed drastically when it comes to persons who are wanted and the police go and see them on special operation. The chances are you are not going to get a second chance to get away to waste the courts and the public's money, the public's purse. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called So It Is in the Beginning, So It Is in the End. The same place in which this individual escaped from is the same place in which they found him. I am speaking about Warner Street that is in Port Maria, that is in St. Mary. On or about the 29th of November 2024, a 31-year-old man known as O'Shane Scott, government name O.C. Chin, he is a laborer from Manchester Lane that is in Port Maria, same place in which him escaped. On the day in which Mr. Chin escaped, he was taken to the court in Port Maria to answer to a couple of very serious charges. Attempted jump over fence, larceny, assault at common law, and unlawful wounding. Police said that he requested to go to the bathroom. He was escorted by a corporal. Him push down police a ground and run. Run pan Warner Street, take bush, take for himself. He was out for approximately 1 month and a couple of days. Almost made the new year, however, he was not so fortunate. Less than 24 hours ago, the police went on a special operation once again. Looking for this man, he was the target. They did not have to look too far because, like I said, so it was in the beginning, so it was in at the end. The same place in which they escaped, he escaped from them, is the same place in which them find him once again. Now, people, you tell me, are these people serious? What does it make any sorts of sense to escape for a month? Well, maybe he might get some sex from his girlfriend. Maybe he might eat some good food. Maybe he thought at least he experienced the Christmas. However, it was very short-lived. Fortunately for Mr. Chin and his family, the police that went for him did not have a warrant of death. And they decided that they were going to follow the protocol. Once he did not put up any sorts of resistance, wheel and pop off, the cliche script that they always use, he might stand a chance that he did. He was taken in, without any sorts of resistance like berries. He did not get to see the New Year's on the street. He did not get to see the New Year's in the casket either, which is very unfortunate for us Jamaicans. Point blank and period. The moral of the story is this. He got out for a few and he got back in for a few. It is like a revolving door when it comes to these prisoners. It's either the judge is going to let them out. It's either the witness is not going to show up. However, in this case, hopefully, he can get the justice that he truly deserves. Years are decades behind the slammer, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.